I've endured a week without power at home multiple times. These events all occurred after major weather events, the kind that seem to happen more frequently lately. That meant no fridge, no AC, and that first time, after a couple of days, I sure didn't want to open the freezer because I was afraid it would smell bad. I learned that how much you can spend on disaster preparedness matters. But what matters more is how well you plan for your needs. After all, camping, even in the living room, be fun. Of course, basic means different things to different people. So let's take a look at prepping for a 7-day grid down outage with budgets of $100, $1,000, and $10,000 or more. Let's first consider a modest disaster prep budget of $100. Look, I get it. These days, lots of people are struggling to manage their typical grocery budget without needing to buy extra supplies for disaster preparedness. On the other hand, you can get pretty far with $100. Start with these basics: an all-in-one weather, an AM/FM radio that takes a charge, batteries, and even has a little solar panel will set you back about $35. You need communication in case the internet and cell services fail, which they probably will during extended power outages. A couple of flashlights and stick-up night lights should cost $15 to $20. You're going to need to see your way to the bathroom at night, so don't forget those lights. Buy a cheap camping fan, even a handheld one, that can take batteries. Without your HVAC, you'll need some climate control. You can spend from about $8 to $30. Naturally, you'll want a power bank for your phone in case you have cell service. If not, maybe you could download a few games that don't require the internet to play. About batteries, stock up. If you're shopping for your prep supplies, it helps if they all take the same size. Forget electric cooking and chilling. You could invest in a cooler and maybe a sterno stove. Otherwise, just stock up on bottled water, cans, and jars. Remember to buy a manual can opener if you don't already have one. What if you have $1,000 set aside for power outage prep? You'll still probably want to consider basic items on the $100 budget. A portable radio, flashlights, fans, and batteries are basic supplies most people should keep around. You'll probably want to invest most of the rest in a moderately sized portable battery or two, along with a solar panel. This sort of setup, with a 500 watt to 1,000 watt battery, won't keep the HVAC or full-size fridge running long. You still might have to carefully monitor your energy budget, but you might power a more powerful fan, a hot plate, and a mini fridge or camping cooler. You'll also have a better way to recharge devices like camping fans, phones, and radios. At least the experience should feel a little more like glamping than survival mode. What if you want to weather the grid outage in relative luxury? Sure, you can have a whole home solar power system, a hybrid inverter, and a wall of backup batteries, but it will probably set you back tens of thousands of dollars. You can also consider a larger solar battery system that will let you keep the fridge running and access your HVAC at least intermittently. Maybe you can do that for $5,000 to $10,000. Unless you've got a large budget, it still won't be exactly like nothing even happened, but you'll stay cooler or warmer and keep your lights on. Unless you've got satellite internet, I still can't promise you'll have communication, so you still want to buy a radio. How much do you need to spend on power outage prep? Honestly, I've got great memories of the first time my family spent a week without power after a hurricane. It took some getting used to, but we survived on a basic setup of flashlights, portable radios, and handheld fans. We ate a lot of canned chili and peanut butter and drank bottled water. We also had fun playing board games and gathering around the radio for news. A neighbor organized an impromptu cookout, and everybody donated what they had. Here's my point. Your budget matters, but making disaster plans to cover basic needs matters a lot more. Think about basic comfort, food, lights, communication, and medical needs you would need to satisfy during a long power outage. Then make a plan to meet those needs with the budget you can afford to spend. If you do lose power, you'll be glad you remembered to stock batteries and a manual can opener. Please share your power outage prep tips and concerns in the comments. I love to see them and usually learn something and respond. Naturally, I hope you like this video and subscribe to the channel to support our community